students, welcome to my online learning course 1. And this is my first time I've ever taught you, and now I'm going to tell you about math. But I wanted to tell you why can't we divide by 0. So let's get on to our lesson. So these are the 4 operations you see every day, right? Division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Where division means that, like I give you an example to 10 divided by 2, it means which is the same as 2. How many times must be added to 2 to equal to 10? So like 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 10. This is like 2 times 5 equals 10. And as you know, if we divide the smaller number like this, 10 times 2 equals 9, divided by 2 equals 5, 10 divided by 1 equals 10, 10 divided by 0.1 equals 100, and etc. 10 divided by 0.000001 equals about 110 millions. And as you see, if the divided number is decreased, then the quotient will get even bigger and bigger. So if it continues to decrease, then is 10 divided by 0 actually infinity? That may sound reasonable, but we have to prove that 10 divided by 0 equals to infinity. So I have this chart for you here. Wait for a second. I have this chart. This is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis. When this is 10, this is the 10, number 10 is here, okay? And if we divide it by 1, 2, 0.1, 0.1111, the answer will continue to go up until infinity. Can you understand this chart? I've explained it easily for you. So let's get in. Okay, have you seen that when you divide it by 2 equals 5, 10 divided by 2 equals 5, right? Then 5 times 2 equals again 10, right? So this is actually multiplying the reverse of all the numbers. Here, 10 divided by 2 equals 5. 5 times 2 equals 10. Where this 2 here is the multiplicative inverse of this number. 5 divided by 1/2 equals 10, right? These two are called multiplicative inverse of each other. What is multiplicative inverse? So here you can see that 10 times 1/2 equals 5. 5 times 2 equals 10, right? So these two numbers, how do you relate them? So 1/2 times 4 equals 2. So these two are called reciprocals of each other. Reciprocals is that when you multiply it by 1/2 again, you get the reverse number of this. So like 1/2 divided by 2, it is equal to 1. So 1 is the reciprocal of 1/2. So these are called inverses of each other. Did you know that multiplication is the inverse operation of division, and subtraction is the inverse operation of addition, right? Because like this, if you minus 1 equals 9 and you add 1 again equals to 10, so these two don't change. They relate to each other very clearly. And I'll give you some examples of multiplicative inverse numbers. Like I said before, 1, 2 is related to 1, 2. And 1 over 3, 1/3 is related to 3. But if 1/4 is the multiplicative inverse of 5, no, because if you don't understand, you can just know that in multiplicative inverse like this, is the denominator is 3 and the numerator is 3, so it is just times again the number, like 1/3 divided by 3 is equal to divided by 1, 3 is equal to 3 again. Okay, I've explained that really clearly. Let me erase this for you, for Yang. So, I have finished with the multiplicative inverse, and now, did you know this symbol? This symbol is called the square root of a number. Square root of 4 equals to 2 because 2 times 2 equals 4, right? The square root for 9 equals to 3 times 3 equals 9. But since you can only find the square root of positive numbers, can you actually find the square root of negative numbers? Of course not, because negative numbers are just negative and they don't have a square root. But mathematicians in the past decades and centuries have defined the square root of -1 is equal to I. I stands for an imaginary number, like this. Because imaginary number means that it isn't a real number. It just stands for I. -1 equals to I. So this is equal to 2I. Okay, you understand? So like that, if you did do this again, then it's actually -1. Square root of -1 is equal to infinity. Do you think that the imaginary number is equal to infinity? So 1 divided by 0 is infinity. So I will prove it is not infinity. So here, if it is real, 1 over 0 is actually infinity, then infinity times 0 is equal to 1. So, or 0 times infinity is equal to 1. So, as the associative property of multiplication, 0 plus 0 times infinity equals to 1, right? Because 0 plus 0 is still 0. But if you follow this distributive property, 0 times this, 0 times infinity plus 0 times infinity equals to 1. So these have the same numbers. So we just need to multiply this. We define 0 times infinity equals to 1. This is also 1 too. So this is equal to 2. So 1 equals 2. That's nonsense. So I've proved it. Why can't we divide by 0? But if it's really true, then but if 1 is equal to 2, then I don't know how to explain it, but I will tell you later. So thank you for listening to my math channel.